Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really cool financial fairy tale that, believe it or not, has been read by over 100 million people. It's a story that promises to unlock the real secrets to wealth, and it all starts with a talking dog.
I know, it sounds a little bit like a kid's story, right? But that's the whole idea behind one of the most effective and honestly most charming financial education books ever written, A Dog Called Money. And this isn't just some cute story. We're talking about a global phenomenon. I mean, a 9.1 on Douban? Over 10 million copies sold? This thing is basically a financial Bible for people of all ages because it makes really complex ideas so simple and, more importantly, so actionable. So let's jump in and meet our main character. So our story kicks off with Kira. She's a 12-year-old girl, and her family is just constantly stressed out about money. And because of that, her own dreams, well, they start to feel pretty much impossible. You know, in her house, money was just this source of conflict. Her parents would argue about debt all the time, and Kira started to believe that money was just bad. She even heard them say that money could ruin a person's character, and that created this really deep-seated fear of wealth for her.
But then, a chance encounter just changes everything. She finds this dog, names him Money, and pretty soon finds out he's not just some ordinary pet. Nope, he can talk. And he happens to be a financial genius who's about to reveal all the secrets to her.
Okay, so let's get into the first secret that money teaches her. And this one is huge. It's the foundation for everything else. Your financial success, it doesn't start in your bank account. It starts in your mind. Money explains to Kira that money itself isn't good or bad. It's totally neutral. The best way to think about it is like a magnifying glass. It just amplifies who you already are. So if you're a generous person, having more money just helps you be more generous. If you're greedy, well, it amplifies that too. So the first, most crucial step is to build a positive, confident character. And to do that, he gives her two really practical, powerful tools. First, the dream album. This is all about visualization. You literally fill a notebook with pictures of your goals. It makes them feel real, tangible, something you can almost touch. Then there's the success diary. This is all about building confidence. Every single day, you write down at least 5 things you accomplished, no matter how small. You're basically training your brain to see yourself as a winner. And as Money tells Kira, belief is basically the fuel for action. You have to genuinely see yourself as capable of achieving your goals before you can even start taking the steps. It's all about building that inner certainty that makes taking action feel like the most natural thing in the world. Okay, so you've got the mindset, right? But this is where the book gets really good, because it bridges that gap between just thinking and actually doing. Let's look at the second secret, how to turn all those wishes into real action. Money's advice here is simple. Stop worrying about what you don't have. Instead, focus on your strengths, your skills, your passions. And this is a light bulb moment for Kira. She loves dogs. So she stops thinking about being just a kid and decides to start a dog walking service for her neighbors. She turns her passion into a business.
But you know, starting is always the hardest part. That fear can be paralyzing. So to help her overcome it, Money shares this incredibly powerful rule, and it's all wrapped up in this number.
It's called the 72-hour rule, and it is a killer weapon against procrastination. The idea is simple. When you have a great idea, you have to take one small, concrete step towards it within 72 hours. If you don't, the excitement fades, doubt creeps in, and poof, the idea is gone. So you want to start a business? Register the domain name. Make one phone call. Just do something. And to keep that momentum going, Money introduces the 10-minute rule. Just dedicate 10 minutes every single day to something meaningful for your future. These tiny, consistent efforts, that's what creates massive change over time. It's all about building the habit of making progress.
So Kira's on a roll. Her confidence is growing. She's actually earning money. But now we get to the third and, honestly, the most crucial secret of all. How to make that money actually grow.
Money tells her the famous old fable of the goose that laid the golden eggs. It's a really simple story, right? But it holds such a profound financial lesson.
So here's the point, and this is so important. Your savings and your investments, that's your goose. The interest, the returns they generate, those are the golden eggs. The whole goal is to feed and nurture your goose so it can lay golden eggs for you forever. Every time you dip into that initial capital, you're weakening your goose. And if you spend it all, you've killed it.
And this metaphor is just brilliant for showing the difference between saving and investing. Saving is like putting your goose in a safe, protected little pen. It's safe, sure, but it's not going to do much. Investing, though, that's like feeding your goose the best food, giving it room to thrive so it can lay more and bigger golden eggs.
And get this, here's the formula money gives Kara for what to do with her income. And it is radical. A massive 50% goes directly to her goose, her investments. 40% is for her big dreams, like a trip or a new computer, and only 10% is for her daily spending. This totally flips the old spend first, save whatever's left idea right on its head.
But the wisdom in this book doesn't just stop with getting rich. The final lesson really elevates the whole journey and talks about what truly matters.
So, in the sequel, Kira learns something called the donut theory, and it's this great metaphor for what a well-rounded, genuinely happy life looks like.
Think about it. The physical donut, the part you eat, that's your material success, your money, your possessions. But the empty space in the middle, the hole, that's your inner world, your character, your values, your relationships. That's what gives the whole thing its shape. One without the other just leads to an empty, unfulfilling life.
Ultimately, what A Dog Called Money teaches us is that financial literacy isn't really the end goal. It's just a tool, a powerful tool for building a life filled with purpose and confidence and freedom. So it leaves us with this final thought to chew on. Your money is your goose. What golden eggs are you cultivating?